So, welcome. I'll go really quickly over it, but not so quickly that it will become too hard to understand. So, we have two meshes. For now, we'll hide this one that we don't need. This one is the one we're working on. We are working on it, we keep it unshaded, and we go on and on and on. And all of a sudden, we realize in the UV that everything is messed up. Now, the second model is to showcase how to fix that. So let's bring back the second model. This is the second model. Both are correct. Let's go into here, for example, which is really dense in detail. Let's go to UV editing. And obviously this is triangulated because I imported it from an FBX. It can work even if you don't import it from an FBX, as long as you have the actual original. So if as long as you have a backup of it, you can fix it. You can fix the UVs, which if you have UVs in the first place, I think you did make a backup. So this is what we're looking at. It's not completely correct due to how this model was made. It's not mine. I just fixed it because it was way too heavy. So we're looking at this, and let's grab everything here, scale it down to 0, and let's place it in exactly 0. So often you'll see this when you open a mesh, and then you realize when you go into the textures, there's nothing. In this case, being it's an alpha map. Maybe it's on here, you'll just see random colors or everything broken. So how do we fix this? As long as you have the original model, as I've said, let's go back to the layout. Let's grab the one that's broken. Don't bind this. This is my add-on. Let's go to the actual modifier tab, so you can follow much better without it. In case you don't have the add-on, you click on this and select this as the source. Now, what we have to do is face corner data, UVs, and since what we're currently dealing with is an exact same match of the same mesh, what we can do is topology. It's that easy. You don't need to do anything complex. You don't need to generate the data. As what I was about to say, as it already has a UV map, we don't want to create a new one. We want to override the current one. What we are going to run into is, as my add-on shows, mesh as shape keys. So now, how do we apply this? You go into edit mode, preferences. Now currently it will not show, so I will swap into here, preferences. There we go. Let's ignore that. Let's get into extensions if you are in 4.2. In case you're not, you will have to find it manually and download it. shapekeys, which I already have, and you download it. You enable it in the add-ons here, shapekeys. This is the old version since I moved from 4.1 to 4.2, which 4.2 brought the extensions. Before that version, there weren't any extensions. It was only add-ons. And what you're going to do now is, let's go back to properties. What you will do is go to object. shapekeys adds these three options, which are really cool. You do apply choose modifiers, and you simply do data transfer. Okay. And now, if we go into UV editing, as you can see, everything has been perfectly transferred. As you can see, let's open both at the same time. And as you can see, everything perfectly overlaps. So that's as simple as it is. Just really quickly, it doesn't need any more explanation. As long as you have topology that matches perfectly, it's not a problem. In case you don't have to, which is another case that you can run into, you simply, let's backtrack for a moment and unapply it. There we go. So it's here. You will need to not use topology, but instead use nearest face interpolated, which is not exactly the best, but it can work. Why? Because as you can see right now, it's really not working. But if I hide this, and actually bring this back to its original position, which I need to move the entire skeleton sadly to do, let's do it really quickly, like that. If I bring it back to the X, as you can see, it's perfectly working. There is going to be some problems, sadly, because of how the projected face interpolated face, whatever, you get the point. Because of how it works, it's by proximity, by physical proximity. If I move it, which is lagging really badly because of how heavy it is, as you can see, it will distort everything. It's trying to attach every face to the comparable face on the other mesh. That's why I did the first one. So this is how to fix broken UVs after you import it. You use a VRM, for example, as this case for VTubers. So that was basically it. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your modeling.